Don't you dare. Luke Perry died.
Luke Perry died.
Luke Perry's dead. Sorry.
You know, some of the critique of our first show. This is Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, geez,
Full disclosure.
Thank you so much. This
Right
should
out
be
of the
good.
gates. But no. It was just the word "old" was thrown around a lot, and the show. I will say, the show's aged a few years in maturity. Before the show, Bobby, doesn't smoke pot, and we found ourselves in here touching each other's pant material.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty older gentleman thing to do.
But we did save it with you touching my bum. I asked you to touch my bum.
Well, I did, and I know you really wanted me to touch your ass. Mm-hmm. And what I noticed with these pants and yesterday's pants and the crispness of that hoodie is when you have an extreme weight loss like you have.
Yeah.
100% of your clothes are new.
Dude, I have 5 bags.
You don't have a vintage anything.
No, that's all gone. I had to throw out all my clothes. And I should have a fat day, like come to New York and just sit on a corner and have anybody who's chubby come down. I have brand new leather jackets. I have brand new shirts. I have all the stuff that I never wore.
When you got all the new stuff, did Dawn sit outside with her legs crossed listening to Walking on Sunshine? You kept coming out and trying on new shirts. It's the Bonfire Faction Talk Series XM 103. Big J. Okerson, Robert Kelly.
Hello.
We have a fun guest today to close out our first week. It's a goodie, everybody. You know him and love him. His show, Small Talk, is happening right now, everybody. Make some noise. Make some noise? We're in a studio. No, it didn't make any sense. We got bringing you to the stage. You make some noise, everybody. Hype it up. It's Colin Quinn. Colin.
The show.
You're supposed to time it with the things, Lou.
All right, go.
What happened? Did you slip?
No, go ahead.
Two.
We'll do it.
Colin Quinn.
Lou looks.
Colin Quinn. Colin Quinn.
Lou looks like every Sicilian from Carroll Street when I was a kid, like the real old school Italian guys. No muscle, they would kill anybody.
He's got a Polak's name, but he's not Polish at all.
Looks Italian.
Me and Lou were talking about you before the show.
Oh,
yeah.
Good stuff?
I mean, it's good for Quinn. I don't know if it's good for everybody else.
Oh.
Right? I mean, your girl thinks Colin is the best, right?
Oh,
She's in love with you, Colin.
Yeah, but the problem is that everybody's girl is in love with my wife. Colin's the favorite.
Yeah.
Every girl Colin Quinn.
Christine doesn't care for him. She says a little heady.
Yeah.
A little heady for her.
Yeah, Christine's more, she likes those bad boy types. She's probably more into like Bob and those kind of guys. You know?
Yeah, she doesn't like readers.
I'm a reader.
Yeah, he's a reader.
I'm a reader. I'm the kind of guy that, like, even when you played Sublime up front, I was like, that's a little rowdy. It's going to draw a wild crowd.
It was bare naked ladies.
But it was Sublime, that era of you and bare naked ladies.
Christine
fake
loves
ska.
Sublime. She loves Sublime.
Fake reggae shit. I understand.
She's more of a remote guy. She
Early
likes a
90s.
remote dude.
Oh, no. Well,
Fullerton.
Christine's from Hermosa Beach, so she thinks
what
that...
did I just say? Fullerton.
She thinks that
I know the deal.
shitty white guys who are getting the beginning stages of dreadlock rock
Yes.
is good.
Her junior high school fantasy was the guy from Social Distortion.
Oh, without a doubt. Didn't you just see them not long ago?
No, I actually haven't seen
Who
that
was
one.
that where you said they crowd surfed a guy in a wheelchair and
Bad
you were
Religion.
moved? Bad Religion.
Bad Religion, yeah.
Yeah, they crowd surfed a guy in a wheelchair, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you never get into the punk stuff in New York at all?
That wasn't punk stuff, first of all. That was
No,
like the
that's-
early 90s.
It's beach punk bullshit.
Yeah, exactly, beach punk. But I was, I tried to stumble into a couple of those early CBGB's places and stuff like that. I had a little punk girl. I lived on East 10th between A and B.
Did you ever see the Ramones
in the
or
early
anybody?
I couldn't get into that. I mean, I wanted to get in, but I'd see like the worst bands at like the shit club on Avenue B and 3rd Street. And
Like Shana Na?
No, they were like
my first
punk
concert
bands.
ever.
Was that your first concert?
My mom wanted to fuck Chico.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. He was the handsome one.
Was he
Me,
tall?
I wish Bowser could have been my stepfather in a heartbeat.
I love Bowser. Bow wow wow.
Yeah.
Good bicep too, by the way.
No, he didn't.
No,
You're remembering that as a child?
Yeah.
Bowser was built like a junkie.
Yeah, he was.
He was weird looking there, but he just seemed. They told you he was the cool one because he had the bomb bang bang bang
Right.
bang. But yeah, my mom took me to like the Valley Forge Arts Center to go see Shauna Knox. I like the TV show.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were like like a long stand. I thought they were just a TV
They
show
played
band.
it. They played at Woodstock.
They did?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And didn't they make something that's always Howard Stern talks about? Like they made the movie, Sha-Na-Na, made the Woodstock movie, but some of the bands that didn't sign, I think Mountain and stuff, like some bands that just said, I'm not going to be in your stupid movie.
Yeah.
And so Sha-Na-Na makes the cut.
Yep.
What were we saying about Sha-Na-Na? Oh, the music.
We weren't. You guys were asking me about the punk scene in the early 70s, then you rudely started to sidetrack it to horse shit about Sha-Na-Na.
Well, welcome to the Bonfire, dude.
Welcome.
Jacob's welcome to the Bonfire.
Crackle, crackle.
Welcome to the Bonfire. Gotta get it out quick, Colin.
Oh, my God. My new favorite. Thank you. Look.
He's got
Look what he bought
treats.
me. Treats.
Oh, he loves treats.
It kills him to do that. Jacob doesn't even like holding chocolate.
He doesn't?
No.
He only likes to hold Maud.
Maud Apatow next door, and Jacob. Oh, good day to tuck in your shirt, dude. What if
Yeah.
she sees you? Yes. How old is she?
How many shirts do you have
She's
on?
probably
Is it a two-shirt?
17.
No. 17?
Probably, yeah.
Jacob. Well, it's legal here. Great
You're
news.
Putting this on me. What did I just said she was here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why did you tell us other
Now
than
your
your...
filthy mind has to go places.
Yeah,
Oh,
tell him.
I didn't realize, Jacob, you're just a big fan of her acting.
She is great. She's great on the show.
Say,
Euphoria?
Yeah.
That's not why you watch it. You watch it for teen tits.
Well,
Do you watch Euphoria, Colin?
I have seen episodes,
On the
and they
show,
did
they-
have teen tits.
Yeah. It's dark. Do you watch
What's
it,
the name of
Bobby?
that Irish
I do
girl?
not watch. I don't watch that much TV.
Why does that show take you back to your old days?
What is it?
Drugging and fucking.
Is it
Yeah.
about? Is that what it's about? Drugging and fucking?
Mulatto girls and drugging and fucking.
I was just telling Lou outside.
Trans.
Max is 10, almost 10, and on my 10th birthday was when I had a half a pint of Seagram 7 for the first time.
Oh, my God. 10 years old.
I got shit faced with a guy named Dickie who was 36,
Oh,
and then he dropped me off.
Who's your dad? Whitey Ford?
I remember I was too drunk. I was too drunk to go in, so I crawled under the front porch and I just slept in dirt for 2 hours, and then I went in. And I had to shit and puke, so I puked in the sink and then shit, and then tried to take the puke out of the sink and put it in the toilet. And that's when my mom walked in and punched me in the face into the hamper.
that literally sounds like an episode of Euphoria.
It really does.
I gotta watch the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to really take
You
you
see when the
back.
girl's in the shower, the guy's taking a shit?
Were you, did you grow up in a bad neighborhood or were you just a shitty kid?
Boston was white slums. Like white,
Not
white-
everywhere.
Well, I mean, Medford was, a lot of it, like Charlestown and Chelsea and Medford and Somerville. It was all white slums. You know, it was just all Italian and Irish, just shit people.
Were they outside the window running the clotheslines from building to building?
No, we weren't savages like Brooklyn. We had houses, but
East Boston used to have clotheslines when I was there.
East Boston was bad. White slums. Yeah, East Boston was close together. Like Joe Yannetti.
Yeah.
Who actually, he always loves telling that story when he walked Colin off stage.
Oh, he literally came on in a cashmere coat and said, "Folks, I'm from Eastie," just to back them off.
500 people that Nick's was going to attack.
Boy, they were going to beat my balls off. I mean, they were going to fuck me up good because I didn't really understand at that time, like, when you're wearing those Izod shirts, like, I had never been to Boston before. So it's all these blonde kids with Izod shirts with, like, blonde eyebrows and red hair, and they're wearing, like, like boating shoes and like, white pants. They look like the Kennedys to me.
Yeah.
Right.
They were not the Kennedys.
No.
And
They were the
looking
tough
at me,
kids?
And yes.
With the
Boston,
Izod shirts?
Yeah, Somerville, East
Ah,
Boston.
dude.
Yes.
They were
And then,
yeah.
and then I started noticing, oh, there's a little tattoo peeking out from under his bicep of his Izod shirt.
Yeah, one of his,
That's unusual.
Oh, excuse me, that guy's eye is dead in the front row. His left eye is gray. That's
Oh, yeah.
weird.
Why were they dressed so nautical?
I
That
don't
was the
know.
look in the 80s.
Uh,
You
it-
probably dressed like that, too. They used to have the pop collars.
We used to iron our collars, the Izod collar. You would iron it, boy, and then you'd fold the tip down on the edge, and then you'd take your pant legs and you'd pin them. They call them pinning them.
Pegging.
Oh no, pegging is something else.
No, pegging is something else,
Oh, I did that.
but it's called pegging.
Oh, no, back then we called it pinning, dude.
Hey, what is this, Jim and Sam? Come on, no pegging.
Why does Jacob hate chocolate holding it?
He just doesn't
I
like
don't.
the.
You don't like chocolate?
He hates.
No, I do like
he hates
chocolate.
calories
Oh,
and
okay.
sugar.
Oh, you're a calorie counter?
He's in such fantastic shape, but he works
He
at
has
it
a
every single
beautiful-
day.
Didn't he hate when people eat on the show too?
Everybody
He
hates
has a
that.
beautiful waistline.
He does, yeah. There's no
Thank you.
there's no hangover there or nothing. Flat. I think he even has the Dick V.
Oh,
I think so. You do, right?
I do.
You have the Dick V?
Yeah.
No.
that's
Yeah.
great. What is a dick be?
It's the ab that shows you where to get the dick.
Oh,
It's like
wow.
a little
That
arrow.
line
that-
right there.
Like
It's
the
like-
same D'Angelo used to have back
Yes.
in the
You follow the top ab, and then you go down the little brick road, and then there's an arrow pointing to his cock.
Yeah.
That's probably nice and trimmed, right?
I keep it nice and clean.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know what I used to actually use the razor blade, but now there's that one, the edger. I use an edger,
Okay.
and it doesn't hurt.
This is
you.
making me edge right now.
Do you put like a comb through it and just take off the top?
Just the top. No, I'm not like. Yeah, it's weird to look.
But do you like comb
completely
your dick
shaved.
hair and then like zip across the top so it's safe? Or do you use an attachment?
Are we talking about above the dick or on the dick?
Good
I would
question.
assume you don't have to. Do you have to shave down your dick?
I think there's just like a few strays that I take
D'Angelo.
off.
Me too.
A few strays.
D'Angelo.
Me too, Jacob. I have a few strays on my actual dick shaft.
I don't like it,
I
so
take
I take
care
it
of
off.
them. But it is weird they're there.
Is this one of your sponsors?
Yeah.
Manscaped.
No, they were a sponsor, I think, on Legion of Skanks, and they sent me one. I've never used it yet.
I used it. It's really good.
I don't have to trim down above my wiener. I just Bic razor the bag.
That's dangerous work.
You Bic? What Bic? You mean just the plastic Bic?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's even more
out of a
dangerous.
bag of Bics.
Dude,
That's
that is-
serious. Yeah.
That's nuts.
That's
No.
like when you're 14, do shit like that. And
No.
You're like, come dick.
Dude,
You live on the. You gotta live on the edge.
dude, I shaved
No,
my
I
ass.
stretch it out, and then you just kind of paint the walls of it.
This is too early in the show for this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Switch
interested.
gears.
I'm not the producer, but come on.
Yo, switch gears.
I could never shave. I don't shave my balls with a razor anymore. I did it one time. I did my butthole and my balls, and then I put my underwear on. It looked like somebody was murdered. And
you were bleeding?
Yeah, I never did it again. And I used the Manscaped thing, and it works fantastically.
Sometimes you get a little nick, and then I take a what's called a Neutrogena pad, and just rub it over that, and it heals up real quick.
Who taught you all these little tricks?
This is just a father left young, so you got to figure it out on your own.
You should take an egg, one of those egg holders, you know what I mean? And you put wax in there. Just wait till it heats up. Put it on the balls.
I wax my eyebrows. Would never ever
Well, they look
do
lovely.
my balls.
You have great eyebrows, Jay. You have
Beautiful
fantastic eyebrows.
Thank you.
You
If
do,
I don't,
Jay.
if I don't take care of them, though, it's going to be a unibrow.
You look like one of the girls from Euphoria with those eyebrows.
Shut up! Don't say
It's
that
a
if you don't mean it.
I mean, my eyebrows are amazing too, but all natural.
They are nice.
I mean, yeah, they're fantastic. But I
think
leave leave one rogue. I have a lucky eyebrow that I leave out right here.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer has an eyelash that like grows out like those underwater fish with the light,
It's his lucky eyelash.
and he just says he leaves it.
Yeah, it'd be
That's
funny.
crazy.
We should pluck it and see if his career tumbles.
Yeah.
They just find kitty porn on his fucking computer.
It's like Samson. He cut his eyelash off and he
Pluck his
brings
eyelash out.
bring his temple down. His temple of shame.
Oh shit! I did the Bert Kreischer roast, which is coming out really soon.
Oh, how was that?
It was fun night, crazy night, lot going on.
Yeah.
Lot going on there, yeah. But it was fun. But I'm curious what they're gonna do because Bert didn't do a reply. He got too drunk and couldn't do like his retort to the whole thing.
That's
so
funny.
maybe that's gonna be the play on it. It's like he was so. But you have classic Bert. He got so drunk that he couldn't do the reply. It was weird.
That'd be fantastic if they ended it without him showing up. That'd be a great way.
He showed up. He just
Roll credits. He's just
passes
sitting in a
out.
chair.
Yeah, he passes out, and all the roasters walk by and just spit on him.
you piece of shit.
It's just
Tui.
him in a chair with a shirt on.
When I point, I'm impressed with Bert with the size of his belly. I do say this on the roast. He's wearing a large belt buckle, which is a fat mistake.
Yeah.
And the problem with those things is you don't know when you're sitting that it hurts. You don't even know yet. It's when you take it and Bobby's feeling the sympathy, and the metal removes, and the blood and life starts coming back to it. It like sting hurts for 30 minutes, and it itches for some reason. Yeah. Oh, it's the worst.
I told you I had a belt buckle with crystals in it. It said rock, the sharp AC/DC letters, and I almost killed myself. I almost killed myself.
You should have.
You would have bled on a flight. On a flight to LA, you would have bled out.
Dude, it was I still have it in my drawer. I had to stop wearing it. I almost died. I had like a little almost blood coming out of the tip of the R. Can I be honest with you? You know what I have now? You know what I use now? Even though I lost weight, I still am afraid of belt buckles.
The Boy Scout belt?
I have a belt bro.
What is that?
You know I'm a gadget guy, right?
Okay.
I have the belt bro.
The
belt
Bobby's
bro.
Gadgets.
The belt bro. Are you fat? Are you afraid of belt buckles? Have you almost died on a plane? Well, you get the belt bro. It goes on the side. It flips out. Look at
I've heard about this.
Dude, heard about it. I'm wearing it. It's right here, baby. Look at that. It's the belt bro. It goes on the side.
But you have to get two of them.
You do need two of them, but I only use one of them. Because
but it's going to pull it's like weirdly off to the side then your
well
pants.
I lost the other one. That's the problem with the belt bro is
now
that
you have to keep two things around.
Two things, but look at that right there, bang no belt buckle, my pants are up, baby. The belt bro by Hasbro or whoever it's from.
Man, it's a married man's product for sure.
100%. My wife has a disgusted face on when I asked her to help me.
My belt bros?
Hey, can you Velcro my belt bro before I leave the house? I got to go do the bonfire for the second day, hon.
It's like under the belly or over the belly. Let's do under the belly. I'm going to wear something loose up top.
That's a fat guy decision. That's a big decision. Because if you're over the belly, when you get fat,
you're a different person.
The fat distributes better. If you're under the belly fat, the bottom half of your body stays skinnier than the top half.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, a little. I worry about that. That's what I ask Christine often. Do I look like a meatball on toothpicks today? That's my concern. I go under the belly because if I go, I feel like if I start wearing pants over the belly, I'm going to look like a public defender or something. Just like a guy
I go
doesn't
under
give a
the
shit.
belly for sure.
Yeah.
You're under the belly?
Absolutely.
What was the fattest you've been?
The fattest I've been is 248.
That's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Well,
Really?
for Colin, it's good, dude.
Are you kidding me? No, yeah. 248 is big for me.
No, I'm saying that. I think that's. I don't think I've ever seen you that size. I've seen you for 20 plus years now.
What's the TV show you're on? The Larry Sanders Show.
Right. That wasn't my fattest.
That was a big one.
No, there's a picture of me on Howard Stern. You want to see a fat bastard? They have this picture of me in like a sweatsuit on Howard Stern, and believe me, all my fans show it all the time just to remind me. And it's me. And if you see me, you'll think I'm like wearing like a fat suit, like Austin Powers, the big fat guy.
Yeah,
man, you'll think that's what it is.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
It's me in like a sweatsuit. No, none of those. Fatter.
That's how many fats did you have?
Sitting. Oh, I had about.
Christine, type in fatter. Do you know how, I was kidding. I don't think you did it. Is that not all the way on the right?
No.
Jeez, I look great in those three in the corner. Look
The three in the corner, you look fantastic. The one on the far right.
Yeah.
Oof, that was going up there.
I know.
Yeah.
The second from the right, I thought was Kevin Brennan.
Oh, come on. All right, keep going.
No.
Fuck. It's always there when I don't need it. You know
There
what I
it
mean?
is right there. That's got to be it. The
Nope.
roast.
Nope. That's a fat one, though. That's
That
good.
is a
That's
fat
pretty
one.
good, but that's not it. I'm much fatter in this other picture.
Oh, it's over to the
I'm
left.
sitting down.
It's over there.
That's not it. I'm
That's not
fatter.
it?
Nope.
Fatter than that?
Yep. Much fatter.
Sorry. Did that come out? Did I say
Much
that?
fatter.
Wow. Dude, that's big. Right there? That's big.
Yeah, but that's not the biggest.
Wow.
Look at that one on the right.
that-
I'm big on that one, too.
That looks like Artie Lang.
I'm fat
Yeah.
there, but this
Yeah,
is
that's
fatter
bigger.
than all of those.
I don't know if that's...
See your face in this one.
Yeah, no, this is it's you guys don't have it, but that's the beauty of the fans. They always manage to find that picture.
I mean, you feel like shit about it?
Oh my God, I've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Every time I use the word eat or wait or any word that you can make a pun, they go, "Is that you?" And then you're like, "Okay."
I know. I have one at Hall H at Comic-Con when I was on Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, and the guy took it from underneath.
Yeah.
And it's the worst. Every time I see it, I almost cry.
You had a Comic-Con booth?
Hall H. Hall H is where they do like fucking Marvel movies.
Nerd alert.
And I was going to say, Marvel movies and the Dennis Leary vehicle, sex, drugs, and rock and roll?
Yes, sir. FX.
Seems like a weird thing to be at Comic-Con.
#1 show the first season, #7 the second, and then canceled the third.
That's a pretty heavy fall off. What do you think happened there?
Well, the world changed, Jay. You know, people would just
Everybody was home and watching television? I watched Breaking Bad for the first time during quarantine.
You did?
Yeah.
Great show.
Then I took on the Better Call Saul, which Joe DeRosa was on.
I know.
Yet
was
he's
great.
never seen an episode.
Joe hasn't.
Really?
No, we had him in here guest hosting one time, and Jacob goes, "Oh, it'll be cool." He goes, "When we come back from commercial break, like play the Better Call Saul theme," and we just played it. And I think Joe, after like a minute and a half of the song playing, he was diddling around or something. He just goes, "Hey, this is cool. What is this?" It's like, "It's the theme to the show you're on." He had no idea.
I mean, that's why you have to love Joe.
Oh yeah.
The
or hate him.
Yes, or hate him.
You can pick one.
You can do both simultaneously with Joe. That's the beauty of Joe.
I think
Joey
that is
Rose is now featuring a chicken parm sandwich.
It is.
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah, he's bringing in the hot stuff now.
Good.
Can't believe he doesn't take a shot at a cheesesteak.
It's dumb. He's from Philly. He doesn't have a cheesesteak.
Oh God,
He's worried
It's
if
infuriating.
because he might be worried it's going to be shitty.
No, it's because Joe thinks in his mind, like, I'm the guy that doesn't do that. Shut up, Joe.
You know what? You're not wrong about that.
Yeah, stop being the Janine Garofalo of sandwiches. Nah, man, that's too common, man.
Yeah,
No,
Joe's
dude.
really unique. It's infuriating. I had a dream. I had a dream. I just remembered a couple of weeks ago that I worked for Joe at Joey
At a
Rose's
sandwich shop?
I've never even been there.
What did you picture it look like?
I just
a lot
remember-
of Joe memorabilia, like him boxing in the old days.
Nobody had like a. Well, tell me. I might have seen pictures of it. So it was like a big long counter, like those old those old Irish bars, and I'm behind the counter, and Joe's giving somebody attitude, and I'm telling somebody, "This fucking guy opened for me. What the fuck are you talking to me like that?" And the Mexican guy with me is like, "Yeah, you're right." I was like, "Yeah." That was the whole dream.
I think Joe bought and owns a bar. First of all, his dream was to open a sandwich shop. Very quickly became a bar.
Oh, really?
And then, but I know his whole thing was he wants to put his forearm on a bar and slap a towel over his shoulder and go, "What can I get you, bud?" He so bad wants to do that. I know he goes, "Hey, what can I get you?"
Here's the thing.
Looks like you need one or two.
That towel will slide off that shoulder quickly.
I've never seen him behind the bar. I've never seen him making a sandwich. I've only seen him talking to somebody who's more important than me at the front, and he ignores me. I walk in, I mean, literally, me and Keith went there. You know, it takes a long time to get the car and get him in the car. You got to grab his legs and pick him up, push him in.
Yeah,
And,
half you, half him.
And then you get out of the car, you get there, and it takes a couple minutes to walk. And then we walk there, and we walk in, and he was, "Hey, what's up, fellas?" And he went back to his conversation with some random dude. I'm like, I just brought a double stroke friend over, and you don't.
Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
It was a journey.
It was,
Yeah.
and it's not done. I got to take him back to the cellar.
It's like my friend had his cousin, he hadn't seen him, but they were both in the army, and they were in Germany, but they were separate. And he just showed up in Germany 6 months later, and he saw his cousin, he goes, "Hey, Mike." And his cousin sees him and goes, "Hey, Leo," and just keeps walking by. Like they just ran into each other.
How about the balls on Joe to never send up some sandwiches? You know what I mean? He wants
did
the plugs.
send sandwiches.
No, he brought sandwiches. He was being paid to be here that day also. Don't suck his dick all the time, Christine.
But listen.
You love Joe?
Love Joe.
You love Joe.
You love Joe.
More than Colin? Oh, you don't
She
like
doesn't like me.
I forgot about
Look,
that.
she
no,
likes
she doesn't
that-
care for your work.
Yeah.
That's even worse. Hate me physically, but like my work. But
Christine loves your work.
Joe does not fall into the category of those bad boys from Fullerton in Southern California.
I'll tell you what, thank God he doesn't, because Christine, when she was back as a booze bag, hung with Joe plenty, and it's a living miracle that Joe has not fucked Christine.
Or it's a living miracle that you believe them. Now listen, what I'm trying to tell you.
Christine, why are you over laughing? I never even batted on the idea that
Joe fuck Christine.
Oh man, I've seen
Joe,
Christine work, and I've seen Joe work. Joe fuck Christine.
That's why there's a sandwich named Christine on the hidden menu. You walk on, give me one of those.
Give me a grilled chicken squirter. Fuck. They definitely fucked. You're right. This has been a sham all these years.
What would you do?
Because I never even asked if she fucked Joe. She offered that information. It's a crazy miracle. I fucked Joe because we were both.
I would have said the same thing, wouldn't you?
Yes. That's why I know she's lying and definitely had sex with Joe, because that's what I would have said. Can you believe we didn't? Weird, right?
and then she turned around to Joe. He bought it.
Yeah.
He did?
He's like, no way. Oh, good. I'll move back to New York then.
She's like, I caught him when he was really stoned.
Damn it, Christine, you motherfuck.
How was it? Was it good?
I'm not gonna say.
Nice. Good answer.
That means it probably wasn't good then.
No,
At least it wasn't good.
No, it wasn't good.
it couldn't be good.
Joe was busy boring her with his menu ideas.
Yeah, Christine.
He goes, actually, Subway started as a single store chicken.
That's funny. Joe did go over his sandwich recipes with me.
You like broccoli, Rob?
I got a lot of
How about
sandwich ideas.
Joe, the audacity? He calls me up. We talk a couple of times a year, really not that often. And he calls me up about a year and a half ago. He goes, hey, I'm having a big opening night. I was like, that's nice. He invited me to the opening. He goes, I'm doing celebrity bartenders. If you'd like to do, you want me to work you behind the stick for a couple hours, you son of a bitch?
Yeah.
He try to put me to work. I go, fuck
I
off,
want
Joe.
you to do a shift.
He really is
Yes.
he's just an edgy Mike Birbiglia.
Hey, Colin, if you want to come in and just throw down a shift or something, take over, just do about think about noon to 6.
Yeah.
I feel bad. He didn't even ask me to celebrity bartend. He didn't even ask me to come.
Have you been there yet?
I went the night with Keith. I went down with him, and we left.
Right.
Keith got a sandwich and left, and it took like 38 minutes to get an uncooked. There's you don't have
One
to
of the
cook it.
coldies?
And Joe didn't even pretend to be busy working. He was just yapping.
He was no, it was packed, but he was talking to some guy
Yeah,
that he didn't even introduce us. Like he didn't even go, "Hey, Bob, this is a great friend of mine. This is Keith, who brought me to New York. This is Bobby, who kind of took me under my wing, and he's a good friend of mine. Hey, this is so and so." He just went, "Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for coming." Anyways, yeah, that album was nuts.
Like he didn't even know your names. Hey, look at these guys.
Hey,
Joe lost his fire. He lost his fire in that sandwich shop. I'm telling you, when he had the pop-up at the stand, you'd go there, and Joe, it was everything you wanted. He had a V-neck white T-shirt with armpit sweat because he's covered in flour.
Yes.
He's throwing the bread's up, and he's bringing it over.
Right.
And now, you're right, he meets and greets in the front while a bunch of Mexicans do his dirty work.
yeah. Back
Well,
at the stand, he'd walk up. Hey, try this. Just let me know how you think of this.
Give a little bit, his little sample of some new things we're trying in the back.
Yeah.
I heard
Come
the
on.
bread is amazing, though.
It's good? Yeah, no, everything's great there.
His sandwiches, I mean, listen, unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable. I had them after I had the surgery, and I almost dumped. That's what they call it when you eat too much and you get the gastric sleeve, dumping. And he put me right back on track. I ate one bite too many. Even a veggie sandwich he had was unfucking believable. Really good. Sandwiches are great. Bread is amazing.
I'd throw a little relish in the tuna, but it's a preference.
Hey, it's just it's a choice.
It's a preference.
Joe's made a choice.
Little olive oil on the. Remember my tuna?
Oh, man.
I made
Bobby, none of us knew Bobby had a surgery yet.
It was like I was gay.
So Bobby we thought Bobby was just trying to eat better and doing a great job at it.
Right.
We didn't know that
Well, he had to do both.
physically couldn't get more food inside of his body.
I mean, that's one way of putting it, Jay. I mean, yeah.
But I have never thought Bobby would get a scoop of tuna on the side with his brunch
That's
Right.
all I got.
every day.
Scoop tuna and an egg.
Yeah.
Was it like that or something like that? An egg, right?
Yeah. And like some greens maybe or some fruit. But Bobby would get the tuna and he goes, "Can I get a little olive oil on the side?" And a little extra mayo. Little olive oil and mayo, salt and pepper. Changed the game. I would never not put olive oil on my tuna ever again. It's probably going to kill me.
Olive oil should be on everything.
Yeah?
The
I'm not a
greatest thing
cook.
ever invented.
Olive oil.
Olive oil
on,
and garlic are the greatest inventions in history.
and it's good for you. Olive oil is not bad for you.
No, it's good.
It's actually good. I mean, avocado is good too, but olive oil is good for you. It greases up the old pipes.
I don't
Yeah.
like avocado. I'll say it out loud.
Joe should have
How dare
giant bottles of olive oil in the front of his store, like a design.
You know what he did have at first, but he got rid of them.
What?
He had the Pizza Hut cups for soda, which was a nice touch. The best cup for soda. Remember the red plastic cups?
No.
You never went to Pizza
Like
Hut?
7-Eleven cup?
What, did you never win?
What?
Like 7-Eleven cups?
No. You don't remember when you go
Oh,
to
these.
Pizza?
Oh, I
Yeah.
hate those cups. They ruin the taste of soda.
You're crazy. They keep them super carbonated.
Stinks.
No,
I disagree.
He was being contrarian.
That's an amazing cup, and I love those cups, and I steal those cups.
You should.
When I go somewhere, I'll steal that cup. I have
Crushed ice.
Yeah.
In
Joe
one of
got,
them ships?
Joe got rid of those?
crushed ice.
All right, you don't
I
have to
love
hail
crushed
Hitler over
ice.
it.
I'm sorry.
I love crushed ice. But Joe got rid of them?
He got rid of them. I don't know what the problem was.
Because he had to wash them.
Yeah, it might be hard to
Yeah,
clean.
they seem hard to wash.
And you can only put soda in them, so it's you
I
don't
don't-
want to give away
I'll
all
say
that
this
soda.
about Joe. Joe's one of those guys that, and there's a lot of people like that, it's so much fun to talk about the idea of Joe, but then when you're with him, you're like, I got to get out of here.
This conversation makes us all go, yeah, we got to hang with Joe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, Joe.
Dude.
He's when I didn't realize how lost he gets when he drinks at all in his head, because I counted him in as a plan for the I know he doesn't like the UFC, and when I saw him at the stand, he was hammered, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna have just a few people over for the UFC this weekend.
Just to bother him?
If you want to, no, I go. If you want to, I know you don't like it, but it's a big fight. It's like a pretty like major fight. If you want to come watch, it'll be fun and order food or whatever. He goes, totally. I got nothing going on Saturday. I'll be there. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna start at 8:00. He goes, 8:00. And then on like Friday or something, I called him and I saw him and I was like, are you still good for tomorrow? He goes, tomorrow's what? It's like the fight. He had a date planned with a girl. Like it was. He had right. It was like
He had a whole other life planned.
there was. No, and I was like, well, you said you were going to come over for the fights. He goes, why would I come for the UFC? I fucking hate it.
Can I be honest with you? I think there's actually two Joe DeRosas. I think he has a twin brother.
Yeah.
Because I've hung out with nice Joe during the day, walk around, hopes and dreams, and then I've met that other Joe. What the fuck talking about? I think there's an evil Joe and a good Joe. It's like one of those. What was that? Those brothers in England?
Oh, the Craze.
The Craze. Yeah. It's like.
Joe's like the Cray brothers, the DeRosas.
Yeah, that
The
tattoo
two
mess up.
DeRosas.
Yeah, that tattoo mess up was.
Yeah, that's a different brother, right?
Yeah, that's a different brother.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Joe's tattoo mess up.
Hey, dude, can I tell you something about crushed
thought so,
ice?
too.
It makes me really happy that you. I thought I was the only person that loves crushed ice. That was
With a
out of
soda?
all the success in my life. Out of all the things I've ever got, when I got a fridge with crushed ice, I was like, I made it. That was like one of my goals in life to
What
be
was
able
that?
to just have crushed ice whenever.
What was
I
that mean,
want.
stepfather's name?
Billy
Fuck
M.
you, Billy.
Yeah, fuck him.
Go off.
Fuck you, Billy M.
Hey, there's DeRosa.
I got my own crushed ice.
Hey, Rosa should so wear suits to his Joey Rose's place.
Oh, and telling old comedy stories?
Yeah. I guarantee his staff is not impressed by Joe's comedy career. He's like, I knew him. Me and Bill Burr used to hang out, and they're like, what? People are dumb with
You
Joe's
know, one
stories.
time Bill he says. That was the funniest when I said I brought DeRosa to meet Bill and Bobby on the same. They had me. I was notorious for this, and in hindsight, I could see how annoying it must have been to people. Even with like Attell, and Attell was great about it. When I was opening for him all the time, he'd be like, "Hey, you want to open for me so and so?" And I go, "Yeah, I'll bring a guy to host. You want me to bring my buddy to host so he can hang out with me when you hibernate all day?" And he'd be like, "Sure." And this was a gig I was opening for Bobby and Bill. I think they asked me to do it with them, and then I was like, "Hey, I could bring this. My roommate Joe is a great dude.
You're his roommate?
Yeah. He moved up here in with me, and I brought him to the gig, and that's when we went to the strip club.
Yeah.
And then Bobby whacked off on a towel and put it on our doorknob while laughing at us because we couldn't afford laptops to masturbate in a room by ourselves. He bought a porno DVD
DVD.
Right.
at a strip club that I think was someone's house. They let people get naked in.
Yeah, I think it was a Subway sub shop during the day, and then at night it just turned over to a strip club.
It had just regular house windows like in the front.
Oh,
It was like a storefront in the front. Like it had like it was a little town. It was Troy.
Troy, New York.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the place was. I remember it was called like Cloud 9. I remember it was a neon on the outside. It's like someone's house with a neon sign on it.
So
We're like,
funny.
Is this it? We went there, and they were like, I think it was like at midnight or whatever it was, 1 a.m. There was some time it hit, and it was like, all the rules are off. I think the girls got fully naked. I think they weren't supposed to do that.
No, the guy pulled the Bronx tail because I walked up. I go, hey, can I smoke in here? Because it's right when they passed the law, no smoking in New York. I went, hey, can I smoke in here? And he walked over to the door and locked it. He goes, you can now. And then everybody just pulled out. Then the girls just pulled out a bag of dildos.
Yeah.
And they went into
Hilarious.
a pit. It was nuts.
And then we had to leave.
Because DeRosa.
Very unceremoniously because
Why?
DeRosa got it was like 3-for-1 lap dances, and DeRosa paid the money, but the girl didn't like. I don't know what his complaint was, but she
did 2.5.
He complained. Whatever it was,
Yeah.
he complained to the manager about, and the manager kept like getting louder, but not threatening Joe,
Right.
embarrassing him by saying that he's complaining about a lap
Grind.
dance. Yeah, and he kept going, look, I don't know what you want, sir. She's not just going to grind all over your lap.
And Joe
She's
kept
not-
going, hey, I'd stop saying grind.
Yeah, he goes, stop saying that. He got like really mad. And then we were just kind of like, I don't even think we were asked to leave. We were just like, we're going to get out of here, guys.
He was haggling a half a dance.
But it's even better because he wasn't even supposed to be there. He's just his roommate.
And now he's
And
making
he
a
ruined
scene.
the whole night.
I walked over. I'm happy as I get. I'm smoking inside, watching girls get naked. I have my little token. I got a token for. I didn't want my. I don't like lap dances. They fucking bore me, and I feel uncomfortable when a girl's dancing. And I don't like dance. I think dance is stupid. And I had my token, so I walked up to Joe. I go, "Have my token." He goes, "That's not the point, dude. That's not the point." I'm like,
Yeah, he really
what?
wanted this guy to understand. It was just like, it was exactly what you think
principle.
like a strip club owner that was just doing like the, hey
Joe's
buddy, I
standing
don't
on
know what
principle.
you want. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Joe's like, no, this isn't right.
This is about. That's probably the day he decided I'm going to open my own sandwich shop bar someday. And I'm going to serve people the way they deserve to be. The customers always king.
The way I was treated in that laundry room / champagne room
Troy, New York.
in Troy, New York.
We have Joe's origin story for Joey Rosa.
we're gonna take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Bonfire. It's the
Bonfire.
It's the Bonfire with Colin Quinn. So it's the Lost Tapes also.
The Bennington Show. Now on weekdays at noon.
This is supposed to be a father-daughter radio show, and yet the father-child relationship is clearly you and Chris.
Guess what, though? You had a wonderful dad. He did not, okay? But we share with our adopted.
Yeah, Gail, don't be so greedy with Dad.
Can I tell you something, Gail?
Please don't call him Dad. I don't even do that on this show.
The Bennington Show. Now on weekdays at noon East and available anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Icons, innovators, and rising stars explore decades of music throughout Women's History Month from fearless, ferocious females of rock, hip-hop,
girls is players too,
country,
for service and devotion,
and more. With their very own limited run channels throughout the month of March across SiriusXM and on the SXM app, included in all trials and popular plans.
Satva! I'm Julie Bowen, co-host of the Quitters podcast, and I'm here with my amazing partner in podcasting, Chad Sanders.
Hey, Julie.
On our podcast, we talk about things people left behind in order to move forward.
Things like jobs, marriages, addictions, you name it. And our personal favorite, not sleeping well.
Yeah, there's that old expression, you'll sleep when you're dead. Well, screw that. That's a bad expression. Everyone needs a good night's sleep. Everyone needs a Sattva mattress.
Julie and I both have Sattvas, and we love them.
Yeah, we really do. To me, just being honest, sleep is the new sex.
Not sure I'd go that far, but sleep is definitely sexy, especially on a Sattva.
Isn't that what I just said?
So quit waiting until you're dead to sleep well. Go to sattva.com/sexy and tell them the Quitters podcast sent ya. That's SAATVA.com/sexy.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Give online therapy a try at betterhelp.com/crackle and get on your way to being your best self. Look, the holidays just ended. Everyone's going through rough times emotionally after the pandemic. Therapy is something that can really help you get through with coping skills, self-empowerment, dealing with a bunch of trauma. There is no stigma anymore attached to getting help if you need it. And a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you. Because when you feel empowered, you feel like you can take on everything life throws at you. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge, which is very important. You have to find somebody that works for you. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/crackle today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/crackle.
I'm Howard Mackler of GetRefunds.com. You might have heard me talk about the payroll tax refund for businesses who kept employees on payroll during COVID. But today, I'm not going to do the talking. I'm letting a real GetRefunds client tell you everything.
Hello, I'm Steve, certified arborist and owner of New Century Tree and Lawn. I heard about the payroll tax refund and GetRefunds.com on the radio. When COVID hit my business, we dealt with shutdowns, strict sanitation procedures, and many extra expenses. Since then, we have been affected by product and labor shortages and massive inflation. GetRefunds.com got me approved for the payroll tax refund. With that money, it has allowed me to cover expenses, pay off debts, and plan ahead for next year with a positive outlook. If you have a business, you need to go to GetRefunds.com and start your claim now.
GetRefunds.com helped their business, and we can help yours too. Go to GetRefunds.com and see if you qualify in just 8 minutes. GetRefunds.com, powered by Innovation Refunds.
And now, back to the bonfire with Big J. Okerson
and Robert Kelly, dude.
Boom.
When today, have you, either of you guys, invited somebody to a show and they, like, I have so many stories of this, but they fuck up, like you just invite the wrong.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it's so weird when it's such an awkward thing. Are you good at, like, telling the person, like, hey, you fucked, I hate the confrontation of that so much.
Well, I remember at the beginning when I used to do this show. That's how I knew all the Boston guys. Because we used to this place, the Paper Moon, that Eddie Brill started, and he knew people from Boston. But anyway, my friends would come. I was just starting out in comedy, so they come to see me, and they would just, you know, if there was another comedian up. So I remember one time there was a guy up there, this guy Rob. I can't remember his name. He's not in comedy anymore. And I just remember him heckling this comedian. The comedian goes, "Hey, you, the dick." And my friend goes, "What the fuck you say, you fuck?" And starts swinging at him. We had to break it up. But even more broke it up, I wasn't like embarrassed or like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry." Like, I was still at this phase of comedy. I was like, my friends are my friends. Comedy.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, hey, I'm a comedian and he's being a dick. I was like, yeah, my friend, you know, you said something to him. He said something back.
Yeah, Colin's friends are all...
You guys had it back and forth.
All his friends are terrifying. Like, they're missing, like, a piece of the ear or their nose. It's like
they have names like Buster and white guys named Leon.
Yeah, they're all, like, Pierre Cardin, like, toe to fucking shoulder. Some type of boxing necklace.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was just, and I remember being at shows like that and being like, hey, your friends they support you. Like, I was so, and then years later, when anybody would be insulting you, like, oh, what an asshole.
Yeah, his friend, I saw him, he was at his show one time sitting next to me and his big knuckle was missing. From just punching shit his whole life.
They all wear DJ Lou hats.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's the most embarrassing friend thing you ever had at your show?
There was a couple rough. I became friendly with a guy who played on the Jets for a minute from coming to the...
Oh, my God. Who is it? Oh, I don't know. Okay.
But I was trying to say...
Well, that's the worst when it's...
He tricked you into saying it?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cut it out.
I'm still friends with him.
His excitement. Cut it out and change it to the Giants. Yeah, when it's a big guy like that, it's always the worst.
Oh, you can take the name. That's right. It's in post. But either way, I became friendly with him. And he would come to the shows a bunch, and I'd get him, like, hooked up. And, man, when he started dating, it was his now wife, but his girlfriend at the time was, like, new. And he was, like, a young 24-year-old millionaire. And she was, like, a young, pretty girl. And they would come to the show and they came to the cellar. They were fine at the cellar the one time, made a thing at the comic strip once, and at Eastville, thank God, of all places, was Eastville. They were sitting there, I remember, like, when Bonnie McFarlane was on stage. Now, I'm not there yet. I would do the thing where I'm like, yeah, I got you set up.
Yeah.
I'm coming. And I'm getting phone calls the whole drive through. You're like, now I just want to turn around and not go at all because they go, he's yelling next when Bonnie's on and yelling, put Jay on.
That was Voss.
Where's Jay?
Oh my God, put Jay on.
And then he's in like a thing where him and Lewis like are in each other's faces.
Oh no.
And they're like, you got to come get your boy. And I just went like, I don't think I went inside. I think I stayed outside, and eventually he came out, and it was great because he was able to walk out and do like he's like, man, fuck that place, man. Jay, I'm sorry, dude, but fuck that place and those people. And I was like, yeah, dude, they just, they don't know how to handle shit like in there. Sorry. I'm like giving him an apology.
Oh, no.
So he leaves, and then I go inside, and I'm like, that guy's out of control. I told him if that's how it's going to be, you can't come to shows anymore. So sorry about that, but I put an end to it.
Oh, Jay's pliable. Jay's like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's hilarious.
Well, I don't know it's like I have to get, like I said, that's my problem is like I have no confrontation until I'm angry.
That's actually not a problem. I wish I had that problem. And my problem is, remember the time I almost strangled, what was the guy from the stand? What was
No,
Chris?
but you're saying the same thing. You're angry. I have no confrontation until I'm angry, and then it's way too much.
Right.
Like I'm going way too big. It's if it's not physical, it's like I'm that kind of irate.
But even if it was big, that guy from the Jets, since his name is not used, what would you have done? What position did he play? Unless he was a punter, he would have had to take it. A beating.
Oh, he was he was the end.
Oh, yeah.
Big boy.
It's like 6'5".
Huge. Big. Christine knows him. It's a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
Big statuesque guy. No, but how I would have handled, how I should have handled it, you mean?
No, I'm saying you're saying, well, if I lost my temper, he still would have thrown you over the car.
Oh, no. I'm not even saying lose my temper to curse him out, but I say just like, he was like 24 years old also at the time.
Yes.
There was some element of being able to say to him, like, I think he would have respected if I was like, hey,
Son.
man, it's like, hey, I get you, like, hooked up. I hooked you up here. You guys can't yell at during the show. Like, you can almost tell them, reprimand it in a way.
But here's the problem. Nobody understands that. With the people that yell out during a show, their whole lives go by. And when they're on their deathbed in the 80s, they're like, I was helping this show. They never understand. You yell at them and tell them, don't yell out. And they're looking at you like, what? I wasn't yelling. Yeah, you were. It's insane.
That thing has...
never learn.
That's where I've lost my faith in that, like, age brings, like,
Wisdom
and all. And, yeah, it's just... I've had it's like 60-year-old ladies, like, waiting in a meet and greet line where people are there...
I love this already.
They're so excited. Like, people, they're fans. They're like, are excited to see you and take pictures. She waited like a half-hour line to be like, you're funny, but like your subjects are just like, you should do something different. And I'm trying to explain to her. I go, I'm not mad at you, miss. I go, but like, I'm just like clearly not your thing, which is fine. I go, I remember I flew on the same plane as Goldman was on the plane with me too. He was doing the other club in town. And I go, if you like cleaner, I go, Gary Goldman is literally the club across town. Brilliant, hilarious comic, and pretty clean. And she goes, oh, I like coming to this club. Like, well, what do you want me to do exactly? And they don't. And I'm like, I get baffled because I'm like, you're 60 years old. Like, how are you understanding that I'm not the issue? Like, you're.
Yeah, but that
the problem.
generation had patience. So she waited in line. It didn't affect her at all. She has patience and values and wanted to give you a thing or two about a thing or two, and she did.
She just wanted to tell me what the fuck was up with what.
Can I ask you a question, though? Did you go back to your room and think about it? Or you're like, because I would actually go back and be like, maybe I should find a subject.
No, it's not that. It's so. Oh, yes. That's happened many times.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's just a bunch of dirty bullshit. I go, but I could write a fucking great clean hour.
Yeah, the next time you're on stage, you're like, let me tell you something about butterflies. That's a weird animal.
And then she's like this. Yeah, I went to a reading, me and Jen, 2 weeks ago, of my friend.
A what?
And a reading of like his play.
Okay, we get it.
So it's like
I don't like that you just fucking dropping that. Like
a reading of a goddamn play?
That you're in that culture now.
Yeah, but it's almost humiliating to have to admit what you just said. I thought that was very brave of you.
The point is, I couldn't expect not to get hammered. But
me and Jen went to a reading.
I don't know
just
why
say me and Jen were out.
No, it matters for the story.
Oh, okay, all right.
So then we go to this reading. So there's ladies there, and she goes, I saw your show. She's an old lady, and Jen's not used to this kind of the rudeness that we're just as part of our life. She goes, I saw your show at the theater. I go, oh, thank you. And she goes, yeah. She goes, you had a couple of really smart references. I go, oh, thanks. And she goes, you should really try to be smarter on stage and really explore those things you brought up because it seems like you know about them. And I go, well, I did. But you wouldn't have heard them if I wasn't talking about it. No, but I mean, really, I mean, you do like, like this kind of. What? Jen is sitting there like this, like she can't believe it. I'm so used to it. I go, Miss, you're contradicting what you just said. I'm like trying to debate with her. And she's like, no, but I mean, really explore them. I go, give me some examples of what I was doing and what you're talking about me doing. Hypothetically, she goes,
you're too in it.
He's way too in it.
She's literally, and Jen's like this, like horrified, like, you believe this? And I'm like, yeah, that's every night of our lives.
It really is. Real notes.
Oh, and then luckily, after the reading, she started trashing them. So I walked over and I just happened to be there when she goes, I think, and I go, that's it, miss, get them, leave me out of it. You know what I mean? Get them now. Check her on them.
When your show that you're doing now, Small Talk.
Yeah.
And it's your 7th show?
Yeah.
7 one-man shows. Or comedy. It's not one-man show, right?
Yeah, comedy.
What do you call it?
I tried to sell stand-up play when I first started. But everybody told me to go fuck myself. So I rather call it stand-up comedy than a one-man show. One-man show is a bad rap.
How about one-man stand-up?
Yeah, I like that. One-man stand-up.
You can have it.
I like it.
One-man stand-up with Colin Quinn. You
I like
it,
that.
Jay? What do you think? Jay's looking at me a little weird right now.
But Jay, unless you have a better suggestion, you're like the fans in the audience.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. No, I think a one-man stand-up is not bad.
Well, I mean,
I understand what you're saying. The one-man show has gotten a bad. It just seems like
people mock it.
You're going to yell about
deservedly.
being raped or something. Always.
Right.
Yeah, that seems to be what it always. It dials back. Hannah Gatsby really ruined the one-person show.
It was ruined before that, but she certainly did. She put the final foot in it.
Well,
yes.
it was done before that for the reason of corniness. Of
right.
It. It's done after her because now it's like you better have some real tragedy you're ready to scream at the front row about.
Yeah.
You gotta be like, you will not touch my boobs anymore.
Yeah. Well, even when she said she got punched for hitting on the girl, you know how many times I got fucking punched for hitting on somebody's girlfriend?
Did you see Dustin Poirier knock the guy out for talking to his girlfriend right next to him?
No.
I don't know if that's like a thing people were doing. I heard a couple things about Dustin Poirier's wife. He's a UFC fighter, and they have the video of him sitting at it looks like a gambling table maybe or something, or a bar.
A gaming table.
And I grew up only 40 miles from AC.
Is it the 30s?
Gaming
It was
table?
at a gambling table in a bar. Mr. Poirier hit her right in the head.
Jay used to hang out with Nucky Thompson.
Yeah, he came in from a day of hunting alligators and wanted to spin the dice.
Man, I had a friend when I was younger.
Every time, can I just stop for 1 second? Every time I do a voice on this show, I hear Dan going, "You're not good." You're not. I just have to be honest.
He's not listening.
I swear to God, I did it yesterday. I mean, every time.
Nobody can compare to Dan Soda's voice.
But he's going, you're not good. I can't even do it. I just got to let you know.
Yeah, no, Dan Soda's, that's it. But tell us about Dustin Poirier, about changing the subject to your friend in Atlantic City.
I forget what the Atlantic City part was.
Let me help you. You weren't in Atlantic City. He was at a gambling table.
Yeah.
And he was sitting
and
there.
him and his wife were there, and the guy just comes up and starts like chatting to his wife, and he stands up and knocks him out. I think he's in trouble for it.
Yeah, you can get in trouble for that. He's in Lafayette, where I just was, at the Lafayette Comedy Club, and they have that little, they have the little casinos out there.
Oh, so maybe that's what it was. Yeah. Maybe it was just at home.
Yeah. He's from a troubled past, though. From when he was a kid. He was in, I think he was a foster homes or something like that, much like myself. And,
right.
Yeah, foster home Kelly.
Growing up in Fightville.
Foster homes weren't that bad.
Have you won more fights or lost more street fights in your life?
I feel like Vin Diesel takes 400. What? What do you mean?
Considered a tough guy.
400 street fights before you can consider yourself a tough guy.
You said that to yourself in a mirror before.
Yeah, I say it took 13 fights. I actually
Dan Soda can't do Vin Diesel.
I've gotten lost. I've been beat up a lot.
Yeah,
I've been beat up a lot. Yeah, I've had the shit kicked out of me
in a one-on-one fight.
Yeah, I've had the shit kicked out of me in a one-on-one fight. The worst
See,
is
that's an honest man. Everybody's always like, he's saying, yeah, I get the shit kicked out of me.
I remember I was hitting on a chick at CCD class. Remember CCD class?
Oh,
I remember the Christian kids had to go.
Yeah. I forgot you're Jewish.
Religious instruction.
Oh, Catholic.
Yeah.
We had to CCD class at night, and I was me and my friend Frankie Policastro used to go over there all fucked up because they had hot chicks, hot Italian girls, and I was talking to this girl.
Oh, you weren't in CCD. You'd go catch the lead out.
Yeah.
Right.
And this
Let
kid,
off some steam.
this kid came up and he was like, "That's my fucking cousin," and he was in my face, gonna beat the shit out of me. And
just you're telling this, I'm picturing you and your friend both have leather jackets and a curl in the front of your hair.
I actually had a polo shirt with the collar popped.
Oh no!
And I remember I had to poop really bad.
Okay.
I just remember I was holding it in to talk to this girl, and I used to sucker punch a lot. That was my thing, because in a fight there's no rules. And this kid was big. Yeah. If you were bigger than me, and I sucker punched him as hard as I could.
The dry gulch? You dry gulch?
What?
You don't remember that from This Boy's Life?
Oh, right,
reference.
Oh, yeah.
You dry gulch him.
And when I hit him, I shit my pants.
No!
Because all the muscles I was holding to hold my poop in, I put into my punch. And I remember I hit him and shit, and then he just turned back. He goes, "You fucking dead." And I was like, "No!" Like it didn't work.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it was bad.
So he pummeled you with a shit in your pants.
Well, we started fighting, and then all the priests came out. Everybody came out, and we ran. And
what are you doing, boys?
And what are you doing? Get in here with your dirty bum. Let me clean it.
All the hot CCD girls saw you and your little dookie shorts running off.
Stop doing voices. So I ran into a neighborhood, and I remember I was hiding in the bushes under a bay window, and I was taking my pants off to clean my butt with the socks. Yeah. And I remember there was a family. I could just hear them having this beautiful night, this father, mother, and two kids. Like, "Dad, you got the popcorn? It's coming, son." And they were.
I've never been more proud of you kids.
I was so sad. I was just cleaning my asshole at 13 in front of the thing. And I left all the stuff there, too. And I put my pants back on.
Enjoy this, family.
And then the kid, I remember my friend was in the truck now with our other friend, Jake, and this other guy. And they saw me. They picked me up. And I was in the car. They're like, "Let's go get him. We're gonna go fuck him up." And they were like, "What's that smell?"
Oh, no.
And I was like, "A poo." And they kicked me out of the car.
They'd rather have less backup.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I went back by myself, and I saw him crossing over into Somerville from Medford over this bridge, and I was screaming, "Yeah!" And he was walking away going, "Fuck you." And I took a picket off the picket fence from that family. It was such a perfect family. They had a picket fence, a white picket fence, and I took one of the pickets with me.
Is that what they're called individually?
A picket? No, it's a picket.
I believe you. I just...
And I
never
had
put
it
together before.
I was going to hit him with the picket fence. It was subtext. There was a subtext to this.
Yes,
thing that was going to happen. And
it really is symbolic.
Yeah, I like a story. It's got a lot of "I was going tos."
No, but it's really.
I was gonna beat this guy up and not shit my pants, but the night had different ideas.
So when I went up, we met at the top of the bridge, and he took his jacket off and turned around, and I went to hit him with the picket, and right then a Lincoln pulled up with the priest.
Oh,
and he got out and he separated us, and he gave us like a priest speech.
A priest speech, yeah.
About like we're here on the earth to be together and to love one another. And
God
this is nothing.
saith, "What's that smell?"
Well, that's what he said at the end. He goes, he made us shake hands, and he's like, "You're now friends, all right? It's over." And he goes, "Holy shit, who pooped their pants?"
Did he really say that?
Yeah, he did.
What a great story.
Did you shake his hand with the Dookie Socks hand?
I had to go home. I went home alone. It was a sad night.
I'll tell you a picket fence story. Once I was driving this girl in Staten Island. Father lent us the car for a date. So he didn't realize he was lending it to. I had a driver's license. I've driven like 6 times. And so I was like, yeah, I'm fine. So we drive all the way to the other end of Staten Island. I get hammered drunk, drive her home, make it all the way across Staten Island, which we should have died like 10 times. Pull in. It's 3 a.m. He's got a picket fence in the house. And I'm driving. I made it all the way, no accident. Picked up these 2 psychopathic, like dirtbag Irish guys that could have killed us both. And
hitchhikers?
they were outside the club we were at. It was a night. There was a million things happening there. But
each one of these details is its own story.
Oh yeah. And then we're pulling into the driveway.
Doesn't make sense.
We're pulling into the driveway. Man, that was just me and her. We're pulling in the driveway, and I'm driving real slow because it's 3 a.m. She's supposed to be home like 12. And I'm pulling in the driveway, and we're just right here. And suddenly here. And I just keep driving. She's 19. She doesn't know what the hell's happening. And I get out of the car. The whole fence. I drove at 3 miles an hour and just took down the whole fence.
Which is worse.
The guy came out. You motherfucker! And I had to leave. He kicked me out. In Staten Island at that time, there's 6 train stops or some like 8 train stops, and they were closed at night. So I was freezing, crying, lying in the train station, waiting for the train for like 4 hours for the train to open.
Her father lent you the car.
Yeah.
That's the way. I thought you said the father. I'm like, your priest lent you a car?
The priest lent me the Lincoln.
That's weird.
It's not really. Not back then when they were fucking them. Take the car.
Sure.
Take the car. Just keep your mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut and get back here in the morning.
I like that you remembered it was a Lincoln too.
It was a Lincoln. I remember it. I thought it was cops when they pulled up. It was the priest, and it was weird because he didn't have the priest outfit. He had his like regular clothes.
That is weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is weird to see that.
Yeah, you see a priest in a sweater.
But still with the thing underneath, right?
No.
The doodad?
No, he didn't have the
little doodad?
Fucking doodad. Is that what it's called? Like a dongle?
A dongle.
It's a priest dongle, a priest doodad.
Well, this is called a dickie. Do you ever wear a dickie?
I've never worn one, but I remember my Uncle Barry Rosenberg, very Jewish. Uncle Barry Rosenberg took a sweater off one time, and I saw that, and I thought it was
an accident.
Yeah, for sure. Rosenberg. I said his name came with allergies. But Uncle Barry took off a sweater one time, and there was a dickie underneath, and I was blown away. Yeah. I don't know why I took it so weird.
Is a dickie like a collar, but it's just the shoulders?
It's just turtleneck.
Yeah.
It's turtleneck and like it should be worn under like if you're putting on like chainmail and night clothes or something. Is what it looks like at the beginning, or it's like something fire retardant.
Yeah.
It's just that it just sits underneath.
Like a marine diver should wear.
Bobby was trying to convince us that a zip up suit, onesie suit, is a good idea, and it's completely wrinkly all the time. Yeah, that's
as
crazy.
an invention.
Yeah,
it exists.
It exists.
A onesie suit?
It's called a suitsie. And the other suit that I did buy was an X suit. And it doesn't wrinkle. It stretches. You can spill proof. It's like you can throw it in your backpack and then go put it on. I bought one.
Yeah, but what does it look like?
It looks awesome.
So you're going to the Odyssey 2000 and Saturday Night Fever?
It's I mean, Jacob's going to love it. It's classic.
Jacob does not like the onesie suit.
Watch this.
The suitsie is awful.
No, this right here, the X
suit. That's the X suit?
That's the X suit, but I got the blue. What's the blue? Yeah, I think that blue. No, the other blue, the nice blue.
No, you got that?
Not that one. There's another blue that
Bobby,
I got.
that's a crazy color.
I got another
Bob
blue.
got that one, but now he's trying to cover. Not that one.
Yeah. Is it that one? He never looked away. He never looked away and kept pointing when we showed we did not enjoy that blue that he definitely got.
Christy,
he goes, no, go back one. You can't be that far off.
Scroll down.
It is that one.
I think I might have got. No,
Bob
I didn't.
get the powder blue.
I got British blue or something. Scroll down.
You got powder blue.
No, I didn't. I got it's a new blue.
A new blue.
There's only 2 blue.
Damn, did I get that one?
The new blue.
Bobby, you look like the guy who tricked Carrie into going to the prom.
I don't know if I got that one. I got a better blue, and it's like a British blue.
Mm-hmm. Is that one called British blue?
They call it royal blue.
British blue. Some kind of a British blue.
Yeah, it's got like the Prince Philip blue.
Oh, Christine, look up. Maybe Bobby got the last one.
Dude, I swear to God, I got like it's called, I think it's like British blue or,
royal blue.
No, stop saying royal blue. It's not royal blue.
Well, British blue is not a thing.
No, it is a thing. It's like a new blue that everybody's wearing.
But
Jacob,
it's all the rage.
Jacob, help me. You know
Christina's
style.
literally free. She's clicked 10 times and there's no blue except the one we saw.
X suit.
There's nothing wrong with that, Bob. You just get a nice bow tie with that little pastel blue. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I think I'm spelling suit wrong. I'm dumb. I'm telling you, it's a blue. It's a British blue.
It doesn't wrinkle. It doesn't get wet. It's crazy.
I swear to God, it doesn't wrinkle, doesn't get wet. It's amazing.
It'll stop a 22 caliber bullet.
It's wrinkle proof. It's bulletproof. It's rain proof, and it's chick proof. British blue.
Give me that British blue.
I don't know. I'm going to find out what it is. It might not be X suit. It might be another one. There's another one.
I knew you were going to get to that.
Yeah, the flex suit.
I was thinking
flex suit?
I was thinking that exact thing. I was thinking he's going to move to a different brand.
Listen, dude, I've never gotten a suit in my life, and this suit is cool. I'm going to wear it in. When it comes, I'm wearing it in. I'm wearing the suit.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, oh, no. I'm going to wear the suit. It's a great suit.
Bobby, you're jumping into the world too fast with Skinny Bobby. You're jumping in. You're gonna get a cummerbund. Everything you haven't been able to do in years.
It is funny.
Look, that's British blue on the right.
No, that's the suitsy. That's the
have to see
suitsy.
it.
Yeah, watch this. Unzip,
Ooh.
zip, boom, boom. There you go.
It looks like you have a job, but you always sleep in your car.
Like you have the desk inside your car. Yeah.
This guy, it's so wrinkly looking all the time.
Yeah, the guy's really disheveled too. The guy looks like shit.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. They could have thrown a better looking, better built person in this thing.
Yeah, a little more charisma.
But that's the suit created, Jesse Herzog.
Some might ask why.
It's
Why
not good.
Look at him.
Have you ever wanted to look professional?
Oh my God, look at that
Feel
dog.
downright comfortable? Well, now you can.
I think he's kidding.
I would hope so.
Suitsy comes in a range of sizes and with easy to alter cuffs and shirt
He has the
sleeves.
personality of a
He
suit.
doesn't seem like he's kidding.
You'll never feel constrained.
Well, the fact that he's holding the martini makes me think it's.
Yeah, no, I think he's being ironic about that, but he's still trying to sell the suit.
Oh, without a doubt, yes. This is the actual. Isn't this the?
Yeah, this is like their
GoFundMe.
Yeah, this is their video to get crowdsourcing.
I just hate
Steinberg Town Agency.
It's really.
She said, "Is it really?" I hate suits, and I actually came up with a thing after I went to your wedding. Before I went to your wedding, no tie, no tuck. I'm out.
Right.
I'm out.
Me too.
Because I was too fat, and wearing a tie and tucking my shirt in was I would have to go and get the shirt custom, have an extra button put on because it would pull out, and it was a nightmare.
Only one person should be wearing a tucked-in shirt around here.
It's true.
He has the body of a gentleman.
Yes, he does.
Listen, you don't hurt this guy's feeling. You put him in your wedding party. When I get asked to be in a wedding, I'm like, I'm about to look really shitty.
It's the worst.
I'm going to be in an ill-fitted, rented suit.
I have 6 different size suits from
or tuxedo.
6 different fats I've had.
Jim Norton is the worst suit wearer I've ever seen. He looks terrible in a suit. Have you ever seen him?
Jim Norton, yeah, he looks like a woman that just transitioned into a man and had to borrow a suit from her uncle.
I made Jim go on stage last night and admit to the audience that his head looks like the COVID bat, and the whole crowd agreed 100%.
They concurred.
Does he look bad in a suit? I don't pull off a suit. I'd have to.
I think you look good in a suit, but you'd have to get a custom suit. You'd have to get I got a custom jacket made at Antonio's in where I live. This Italian guy. I picked the buttons like crazy buttons. The inside's purple paisley.
Just at Antonio's.
Wow, no, it looks good. I stand corrected.
Where?
Right there with his suit.
That's an old picture. Is that AI?
Wow. Yeah, I thought the same thing. It's AI. It's got to be. He looks really good.
Yeah, no, Norton's good in a suit.
Yeah, Norton's in shape. He actually in pretty good shape now.
Yeah, he is.
I can't find my Dawn's leaving me hanging.
I look like a cop that's about to be indicted in 1978. I put my suit on.
I think me and DJ Lou together both look like we started the day drunk in a suit.
The suit's from a night before?
Yeah.
I at your wedding split my pants.
I know.
First song in, he had me introduce the bride and the groom. I mean, in front of everybody. Seinfeld. I mean, it's a...
Yeah. What did he ask you to do, like a squat jump when you did it?
I got carried away. Tom Papa, everybody was on the dance floor, and they right out of the gate, they did it was awesome. him and his wife,
Yeah,
Jen,
we did a whole dance.
They did a choreographed dance.
Come on.
It was.
No, wait a
dude,
second.
it was
Earnestly?
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Dude, it was awesome. I'm
Yeah.
telling Jay, listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
In front of me, Norton, Keith, they did a choreo, and
If there was a trashing, I would have got it.
it was really good. But I'm going to tell you again.
I believed you that it was very good.
Okay, but what? There's something else happening.
Yeah, and then you gave him the biz, right?
No, Jay, it was.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Jay doesn't believe I can dance.
JJ.
I do.
No, okay.
It was a very good dance.
It was
they
awesome.
did choreographed.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then you guys celebrated that, and it was like, God, that was actually very awesome.
Yes.
And then you
No.
piled on.
No, Jay, we all started dancing together. It was like Footloose.
Yeah. Did you leave as soon as the dance was over?
No, dude. It was like the end of Grease. We all did a dance.
Yeah.
We come together. Shama lama 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 skibidi dip dip dip.
No, nobody made fun of this at all.
Dude, nobody made fun of Colin. I'm telling you, believe me, Jay.
That's respect.
I wanted to. We were all like this. You looking over
You
our
didn't want
brows.
to. No, if you wanted to, it was right there waiting for you.
Dude, he killed it. He killed
I
it.
bet. Who's disputing this?
That's not the point.
I'm sure he moved like water across the dance floor. I'm all of that for sure. I believe all that. But then you guys failed.
No, we all danced in harmony together.
We all danced.
Yeah. Dude, he tricked us.
You
I'll
got
tell
to
you what
start
he did.
dancing.
It's a
And
wedding.
then your ass blasted out of your pants? You got so hyped up? When you start doing the worm?
I'll tell you what he did, and now it's coming. Now it's coming to fruition.
Okay.
I believe I said that right.
Yeah.
He played Prince right out of the gate,
That's your shit.
and he got us all jazzed up. And then we went out on the dance floor, Prince, and I was dancing, and Tom Papa was like kind of complimenting, feeding my ego. He's like, "Oh my God, Bobby! Whoa, Bobby can dance!" And I was getting too into it, and then I did some type of split.
What?
I think I was around 350 at that time, or maybe 330, and my pants ripped.
Wow, you were lost in the moment.
Dude, I was lost. It was this song, wasn't it? This song?
I don't think so. First of all, let me explain something to you.
Yes.
Why I wasn't involved in any master plot. I'm one of the few people. There's two people I hate, and I know I'm going to make enemies for life. Prince and Johnny Cash.
Why Prince?
Not Johnny Cash. I just don't like their music.
You don't
Johnny
like
Cash.
Prince?
I think
I don't like Johnny Cash or
Johnny
Prince.
Johnny Cash's whole hype to me as a movie was the movie, and then like when I really explored the thing, I'm like, yeah.
What about Prince? He's got a couple of good songs, but I'm sick and tired of hearing about
Prince has a couple of good songs, but I mean,
Annoying.
like, if I got to hear Howard Stern talk about how great Bat Dance is one more time.
No, it's
I hate
infuriating.
Bat Dance.
How much he loves Bat. He's like, that's a genius soundtrack. I'm like, it's not.
It's infuriating.
Ridiculous, and it seems silly that he did it.
Yeah.
He also kept making music that no one cared about well past his like time. You know what I mean? Kept going.
Because he was a master musician. He
Yeah.
was so good at everything. You got to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, comics keep telling jokes when they should stop. There's a lot of those.
Yeah. All of us after 2000.
I can't believe no one made fun of that dance.
It was good, man. I mean,
believe you.
Here's why I don't think we did. Because when he said they were going to, they didn't tell us you were doing it.
Right.
And then they just did it.
Oh wait, and then you started dancing, and everyone was dancing. So I have to assume no black people at this wedding.
There was some.
Two.
But
And my relatives.
Yeah, and your relatives. There was black people there. Keith was there.
and Keith just nothing, huh? He just accepted that it was great.
I mean, what's he going to do?
Oh, was this after the incident?
No, I think it was after. Wow, was it? It might have been the first. He might have had the first.
He had the first one.
I don't know. Did he at that point?
I think so.
I can't remember.
It was funny. The tables were hilarious too, because Norton was so pumped because you had the famous people table, really long, and then you had the kind of middle famous people, like Norton and but Norton was at the other table, and he was like, "I want to sit with Keith and Bobby," and then he switched tables. He took Sherrod's placemat and put it on ours. On theirs, and they took his and put it on ours, so he's sitting with us. But then he didn't realize that like Wanda and all famous people were sitting at that table, and he was bummed out that he was with me and Keith, and he tried to do it back, but it was too late.
It was too late.
And then
You should have made him have to cut Keith's steak.
and then he had Nick DiPaolo and his cousin at another table in the middle.
Oh yeah,
that was crazy. Yeah,
Jesus.
And then I almost got into a fight. I almost got killed at his
Colin's
wedding. Yeah, we were.
This thing was a party.
I had a.
We just had like flaming s'mores at mine.
I was leaving. I had a hole in my pants. I had one song done, and I was having a blast.
You were leaving immediately when the pants blasted. You didn't go like, I'm just going to live like this the rest of the night.
No, I went and sat down for a good half hour. I went and sat 45 minutes, sat on my butt, and just people came over to me, and I didn't get up because it was really bad.
This wasn't a solvable problem.
It was not a solvable problem. So Dawn finally said, "Okay, why don't we take off?" And I was leaving out the door. We came in, and there was a guy, bullish, Brooklyn undercover cop that Colin maybe hired or they had there. And he goes, "Can't go this way. Go out the front door." Like rude.
With that kind of aggression.
He goes, "Can't go this way. Go out the front door." And he flicked us with his finger. And I went, "This is the way we came in." "Yeah, you can't go this fucking way."
You start getting the voice too. I saw your lip curl up. I know you're back there living it again.
Yeah.
In your mind, and you did it.
I did.
He goes, "You got to go the other way." He goes, "This is the door we came in." You said it almost with the same thing.
I did. I Boston Bob came out, and I went, "Yeah, but this is the door we came in." And then he goes, "You can't go this way. And bad things are going to happen if you keep it up," or something like that. He said something like out of a movie. And Dawn grabbed my shoulder.
Go the other way, hey.
And Dawn grabbed my shoulder. "Let's go out the front door, the other way." And she walked me out.
And you felt like she was calling you a bitch. Like,
no.
Don't have this guy beat you up.
I actually, inside my head, I was like, "Thank you, God. Thank you so much for."
This guy's so big.
No, I thought you said you could be polite, and he goes, "This is me being polite."
Oh, that's right. I did say. I went, "You could be a little more polite." And he went, "This." He looked at me. There was a pause. There was a, "I'm going to shoot this fucking guy in the face." He goes, "This is me being polite." And Dawn went, "Let's just go out the other way." And I went, "Okay."
God, you love me.
And then I went out and they had an ice cream truck out front, and I was like, "Yeah, baby."
Oh, the ice cream truck was a nice touch.
Bobby, your new X suit, is it split proof?
SenseStudios.com. SenseStudios.com. It is split proof. It is, Jay. I'm glad you asked me about that because the new Sense suit from FlexSuit.com is split proof. Not
Bobby,
only is it
could a man pull off a 350-pound split in the middle of an Irish wedding?
You could pull off a 350-pound split and get back up and do another one, Jay, and a somersault if you're into it.
In the Sense suit, now in British blue.
Yes, British blue.
Now in British blue.
It's, here you go.
Christine's face is puzzled.
I swear to God, this suit exists. I love the suit. I can't wait to wear this suit. If you like this suit, I'm going to get you a suit.
Flex suit?
We should do suits. Let's go. Let's do a show, just suits.
Just be suit guys?
Suit guys.
Good idea.
Isn't that like comics do that once in a while? There's a couple. Didn't Steve Burns do that for a while?
Steve Burns was. That's the kind of body that infuriates me. It's perfect for a suit.
Yeah, it is.
You'd be jealous of him.
Oh, yeah. Tall, slim.
Infuriating.
Yeah.
Tight-fitting suit.
Yeah. Like some kind of fucking Euro
No
queef.
lumps. Yes,
There
exactly.
it is.
Fuck him.
There it is. The first one. What's that color?
Nautical.
No, the second one. The second color.
Italian blue.
Italian blue. Come on, Jacob. Italian blue. That's nice, right? Italian blue.
Nicer.
That's wow.
It is nicer.
She phrased it perfectly.
Wow. Italian
Nicer.
blue? Come on. That's nice. I got Italian blue, and it's a stretch suit. Limited time off. You get $50 off. Scroll
Christine,
down.
Let's read some of the details on this thing.
Please,
on this
read
bad. I
them.
want to see the specs on this bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
About.
Here we go.
Only goes up to large,
For
by
all
the way.
of us.
See that, Bobby? Only goes up to large.
I like that. But they custom fit it so you can send it back and they'll refit it.
I'm going to send a picture with up to my thighs and crying while Christine's laughing at me taking pictures.
Just Kentucky Fried Chicken barrel right behind you on the table.
You can't send it back with grease on the shirt.
There's chocolate milk stains on the knee. There you go. Look at this. There's so much to this suit.
No, there's not a lot of suits. There's couples, interracial couples looking at the computer together.
Yeah. Interracial couples looking like a guy mid-transition from Singapore.
Maybe I think I got the wrong suit.
To a fresh out of the gates lady boy.
Quickly. What is this? Ed, what does that say? Arrives? No, that's not it.
Arrives quickly.
I know, but that's good. But I think I got.
It's weird.
It's stretchy.
That looks stretchy. That material.
What's the video they play?
You're literally. They show a loom.
Here we go.
They're showing a sweatshop in the middle of it.
I don't care about any of that. Make my sneaker, kid. Make it fast.
Yeah, it looks. By the way, this is made by hilarious Asian-looking people.
Yeah,
that's who you want your suits by.
Yeah,
you want your suits by Asian
Hong
people.
Kong, they always say the best suits.
100%.
Oh, not for
Custom
fat
clothing
people.
is for the 1%. It's expensive, it's complicated, and it takes way too much time.
Yeah.
Our bodies are too diverse for the standard size system, which hasn't changed much since the early 1900s. The standard size system is also bad.
You really take you on a nice walk with the music, though.
$5 billion.
That guy looks like he was the backup bass player in Slime, Christine. You should like that guy. Even had the soul patch and everything.
More personal and inclusive.
He looked like, what's the name, Gwen Stefani's first boyfriend from No Doubt.
These are all the other guys from Lincoln Park who lived.
They're making suits now.
They're making flexi suits. My friend Chester would have just had the freedom of a flexi suit. Oh, I don't like he's got the tattoo of the buzzing fly around her arm.
Yes.
What a twat.
I think I got the wrong suit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Is there anything about flex in here?
And if you don't like it, return it for free.
I think I got the suit mixed
So far,
up.
they've shown me women's jeans.
Yeah, I messed up, I think.
Guy looks like the manager of the Irvine Improv.
Is there anything about flex in here? Like stain stuff? I think I messed up. I think I got the wrong suit.
You bought the wrong suit?
I think I got the wrong one. I think I got sucked into the Italian blue.
What chemicals did they put on this that it's all these things? I mean, wouldn't you be afraid to wear it? Like flame retardant?
I'm going to wear it once and then put it in the closet.
But they have to put some chemicals on it for all these things.
You could hook it up to your garage door opener.
I think I fucked up.
Well, it gets there quickly.
Just the fact that it says arrives quickly shows you how shady they're going to... Oh, my God.
They make it in New Brunswick. That's why it gets here quick.
They're empowering us all.
There's got to be empowering people. No. There's nothing about like flex. Damn. I bought the wrong suit.
What's the one you're looking for?
I want the one that you can spill stuff on, throw it in the bag.
No, you don't. That's actually what you want.
I want the one that you can throw in a backpack and then take it out in Guatemala and go sell some Jesus.
You want to surprise people on the road with a suit one day.
Oh my God!
You want it so bad.
I want to wear it at like a 3:00 show at Skankfest.
Every time I wear something like that, like even when we do like Moon Tower, I bring my cowboy shirt. Anytime I wear something like that, if I bring it on the road once in a while on a weekend, I'm like, oh, I think of it as like, I don't really care. No one else cared. And now I got a dry cleaning. I don't feel like doing. That's always how I feel about it. Hey guys, we're just going to take a quick break. We're hanging out with Colin Quinn all day. It's the Lost Tapes. It's the Bonfire.
Every Oscar ceremony features two things: the winners and the snubbed. Now you can hear the 50 biggest original song snubs on the SXM app. These big screen anthems stand as pop cultural milestones. They just didn't win the Academy Award for Best Original Song. That's the power of love. Find out which songs are the most surprising. The 50 biggest original song snubs are now on the SXM app.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. Hey, small business owner, when's the last time you checked your workers' comp rate? For many small businesses, workers' comp insurance is one of their biggest costs. But some don't check their rate often. Did you know rates can vary? In fact, taking 3 minutes to check your rate with Pi Insurance could save you up to 30%. Just go to saveonpi.com, share a few details about business, and get a quote that's customized for you with no hassle or hidden fees. We know you're busy, but spending just a few minutes to check your rate could save you money. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified. See how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote at saveonpi.com. That's saveonpie.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. These are tough times for everyone, so dealing with your timeshare may not be your biggest concern. But when this passes, do you still want a lifetime of payments, fees, and commitments for a timeshare you were misled into buying?
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started the timeshare cancellation industry by exposing the ugly truth about timeshares and giving folks the straight facts. I've been fighting the timeshare giants ever since, so no one knows this industry better than me and my team. Today, we have saved our clients an average of $65,000 in lifetime payments. Imagine putting those timeshare dollars back in your pocket. Give my office a call today. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call Wesley Financial now for your free information kit. 800-902-5454. That's 800-902-5454. 800-902-5454.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Give online therapy a try at betterhelp.com/crackle and get on your way to being your best self. Look, the holidays just ended. Everyone's going through rough times emotionally after the pandemic. Therapy is something that can really help you get through with coping skills, self-empowerment, dealing with a bunch of trauma. There is no stigma anymore attached to getting help if you need it. And a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you. Because when you feel empowered, you feel like you can take on everything life throws at you. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge, which is very important. You have to find somebody that works for you. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/crackle today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/crackle.
And now, back to the bonfire with Big J. Okerson.
And Robert had a suit.
On stage you wore?
Like a traumatic thing happened with suits. My first
wardrobe malfunction?
No, my first gala. you know the galas?
Yes. Yeah.
I never got JFL for 7 years. I never got. I got rejected every year. The one year that I was like, this is the last year. I'm not doing it. Robbie Pry actually gave me, Maureen Taryn gave me the Nasty Show with Louis, Nick DiPaolo, Dave Attell, and Jim Jeffries. It was fucking a dream come true. And then I got a gala, one, and you had to be clean. And my agent, Matt Frost, was like, you should wear a suit. But I was fat. It was one of my fats. Not the biggest fat, but I was not. Right. So I took all the money I got from that shows, and I went and got a suit made at the mall. And because I was up there for 2 weeks. So I had a suit made for it. And I got fitted and everything. And I went to the show and nobody had suits. Like Kevin was wearing ripped jeans and a necklace with like a padlock on it, and you know what I mean. And he was swearing. Like I cut my set to where there was no swears. It was crystal clean.
He's doing the Nasty Show with no cursing. Everybody goes, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah, the last two shows I was doing my gala set.
Yeah.
And I went out.
You ever touch your hootie ha?
And I went out after Little
You
Kev.
familiar with group fornication?
and I fucking
you know when you're making love to a hoe, dude?
Yeah. You get to third base.
And I went out and the suit and I bombed. And I had a bit where I had a walk. It was like a bit about the railroad apartments in New York, where you can't ever live with a girlfriend with a railroad apartment because the argument by the time you get to the door and leaving, you'll make up. So I had to like walk to the back of the stage, but it was a theater, and I walked in the suit. Bombing and nobody was laughing, and I had to walk all the way back. Usually when there'd be laughter, it was just me. You heard my fancy shoes clicking. Yes, like it was
Gregory Hines.
Like it was Foley work back in the 50s, right? Clicking. Yeah, right. It was 3,000 people just staring at me. And I remember when I got off stage, Matt Frost went, "Hey, dude, you look good." I wanted to hang myself.
When I did New Faces, I remember I had a manager who was just dumb. And his big thing was that too. He was like, again, it was always like to be autobiographical. You're selling your sitcom up there, which I didn't have. A sitcom. And he was like, and dress like a certain way. I was like, wow, I'm not really comfortable in like dress clothes. He goes, it doesn't have to be dress clothes. Just like He goes, get a button-down shirt and some like not baggy jeans and like I got a slip-on dress shoe, like dark blue, which I don't like at all, like straight leg jeans and a short sleeve, like patterned purple and blue and black like shirt. It looked so. But I remember that's what I love is looking back on the unnecessary drama of things. Like before that set, I mean, that was 5-6 years in the comedy, maybe 7, and before I went on stage, I remember looking at a picture of my daughter. She's like a baby still, and I'm just like, we're going to go up there? We're going to do so? Like, like all the dread meant nothing. I went out there and did fine. Got nothing from I got like an MTV Talking Head show once. What are they wearing? It's really what I got from that festival.
Well, because people do have not anymore, but like Sue Costello.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, dreams came true by going up and doing a 7-minute set at Montreal.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy Chicken that year, same
You
year.
gotta be able to sustain it. That's what's dumb. Everyone there is throwing out deals because it's just that festival is an excuse for the agents and everything to go cheat on their wives and shit. Go fuck other. It's so little about comedy.
Yeah.
As far as the industry stuff goes, they don't give a shit.
Have you ever gotten anything from there?
No, I went there. I didn't get invited to go there until like 2004, and it did not end well.
Why?
Because I did one of those gala. I was on a gala. I wasn't hosting. I was just on a gala, and the same thing happened. Only I wasn't wearing a suit. I was bombing.
I just bombed this last year on the TV. It wasn't a gala. What was it? Was it a gala? It was a gala. Yeah. The Mark Maron gala. Yeah.
Oh, you took a hot one?
No, it's just like it's so. Crowds blow.
Yeah.
Their shit. It really is them. Because when I go up there and if I do my own stuff like up there, it's like I draw an audience that's like they're good, they're fun shows.
Show. It's fun.
It depends on whose gala. Like I did Russell Peters' gala last year when they asked me, I'm like, whose gala? Because I've done those, like, they're going to hate me.
Right.
Yeah, when I figured it out with the gala, Bob Marley came in late and closed the show, and he had a Boston Red Sox hat on and a stupid T-shirt and sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is like, has fancy clothes on that they brought down. He just showed up, murdered, put his hat on the mic stand, killed, and walked away. I was like, I'm never
his
giving
hat on the mic stand?
Yeah, dude, he put his hat. He goes,
What a
more
dickhole.
fucking beans, Bobby, yeah. And he murdered, and then he walked away. I'll see you guys later. I'm like, I'm never giving a fuck about this again.
Yeah.
And last year, since then, I don't even send when they bug you for what you're going to say, I never send it.
Me either.
I
just
love that
don't do
woman,
it.
but
I'm
I
like,
never
by
send
all
it.
means, I won't do it. And by all means, take me off this stupid fucking gala.
Yeah.
I killed last year. I didn't give a fuck. I said when Russell Peters
I didn't
was,
give a fuck. I think it showed.
Russell Peters was in all brown, like head to toe brown. Never mind being brown.
Being brown himself, sure.
I said, look at him. He looks like a candy bar. I just trashed him. He trashed me. I had a blast. I don't give a fuck anymore. Yeah.
Nice.
You're gonna not care. When you care, it never happens for some reason.
No.
For me.
I did better
When you-
there
yeah.
when I finally got like the nasty shows and stuff. But yeah, my New Faces was forgettable.
Yeah, New Faces. I never did New Faces. I was an old face by the time they get me. They never.
Me too.
I never got New Faces.
When you gave, Colin gave a speech that inspired Christine on my behalf so much at JFL when you did the keynote.
Yeah.
And it was about like, you were saying like, I know it's like our instincts are to not go to the parties and
Right.
the gatherings. He's like, but you fucking gotta go and you gotta do it. And then Christine, because before that in the week, I've been there for 2 weeks already, or a week and a half. And every night I would walk right by that Hyatt when it's still outside, the Hyatt there.
Yeah.
And I'd walk right by to the elevators. I go, no, let's just. And then she's like, Colin said, you got to go to the. I'm like, oh, fucking, let's go, I guess, and
It's
get in a
so
weird
true.
conversation.
And that's the only way anybody ever gets shit is at those things.
Yeah.
You could kill or you could bomb. None of it never matters. It's those parties.
And if you're willing to, like, if you'll roll with like the agents and the people till 5 a.m. when when they start getting into their dark shit, like, hey, what's illegal around this town?
Right. Well, then you really
if you're hanging with them,
those are the heavy deal. Yeah.
You see one of the agents take out a bandana with stuff in it. He just unties it. Dude, check this out.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go late night to that. What's Cleopatra? Is the downstairs where it's the trans thing? That's where you see who's in there. Go peek in.
I can't go there.
Why?
Because I'll suck somebody's cock. Bingo. Period. End. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Jizz in my cheek. Marriage over. Fucking goodbye.
Did we have this question? Did we have this question before? I've asked this question many times. If you're gonna go trans, are you looking for a little tiny? It's shrinking up through hormones. Penis.
Of course, you're looking
or
for
are you
a
looking
female.
for a monster hog?
Dude, I'm gonna go.
No, if you're gonna go pre-op.
Yeah, you go Filipino.
I'm going. I'm going to taste everything. I'm going to go in the shop. I'm going to taste it all.
I like that. Give me a little of that.
Give me
some of that.
Let me get a little.
The most beautiful back in the old days. The only trans when the trans was Filipinos and South American, Central American,
naturally hairless people.
Yes, and they're small and delicate.
Yeah.
And you look at them and you go, "This is really beautiful." They look like Jenny Ortega.
No,
I'm going to go with all of them, and then I'm going to blow somebody who looks like Dante.
Yo, put that in your mouth.
Hey, what is that from? Cruising?
No.
This is it was
Trading
Places. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cruising.
There is something. It's the best. Is when the girl gets up in the bed. Because I've been waiting for you, Billy Ray, with her big flopping titties. It was big.
That was a big. That was a great movie.
I actually, with the trans thing, in the.
We can go back to it.
Okay,
guys, I don't want to get away from that trans thing.
Guys,
real quick.
Can we go back to the trans thing for just a second?
I gotta stop because my kid listens now.
Yeah.
My kid was like he listens to the show.
Yeah,
Max
he doesn't want to
listens
hear
the
this.
show. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna explain. I don't know. Oh boy, I just literally I was about to say something and then I saw Max just playing Xbox. Dad, Mom, what is it? Is Dad seeing a guy named Dante?
I think for whatever reason, if trans was the thing, I'd go monster hog.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't take it?
Well, isn't the trans thing, if you're going to fetishize it in like the sexual way like that,
Sure.
isn't what you're looking for is like a pretty, like tits, a pretty girl with tits that's still guy parts. That's trans.
I think it's more of like you're looking for like a psychological
I'd go big balls.
Big balls.
Small dick, huge balls.
I go
swingers.
nice
Like
big.
a Jim Florentine. You ever see his balls?
Yeah,
He's famous for his big balls.
Yeah,
I've
like
never
a-
seen him.
like a
But I've
gym
heard
teacher.
stories over the years.
Jim Florentine. I've seen him. Yeah, one time.
Gym teacher balls. Yeah.
I remember being at a pizza place, just flashing my head right now, and Jim Florentine with the bathroom door open because we said we want to see your balls, and him right by the counter, but with the door open, showing all of us his balls, and then some lady walked by and was like, "Oh."
Why do women never look at that as a win like we would have? If you saw girls comparing pussy lips in a bathroom opening, you'd be like, oh,
you'd be
nice.
excited.
Yay.
Yeah.
No girls ever just like, oh.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
they make fake porn that does show that happening, but that can never be real.
Well, let's ask the experts. Why are we speculating? Tell us. If you walked by and saw Jim Florentine flashing his balls in a pizzeria bathroom, what would you think?
I mean, I'm be curious. I'm gonna look. I don't know if it's necessarily like sexual, like the way you would see
She
it.
fucked DeRosa for sure.
100%. 100%.
There's no
100%.
way. I mean, listen to this pig talk.
I mean, dude, I'm
Is there
sorry.
anything she won't say or do?
It's nuts. It's nuts.
Definitely fucked Joe DeRosa.
I think Dawn was with her. I think my wife was with her. I think Colin banged my wife. You know, Colin, he walked my wife home.
Really?
After she went to see his show, one of his 7 one-man stand-ups. And
I like the new name. It's getting out there.
One-man
The new
stand-up,
brand.
one of his one-man stand-ups. She went by herself while I was on the road.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he walked her home after the show.
Yeah, they fucked. She definitely did some over the pants stuff.
I mean,
Definitely.
this was before.
Definitely some jostling around, maybe.
This was before Max. At least Max, I know that Max would rat her out. This was before Max.
Yeah.
Doorman building.
Oh, you could probably pay off Max. Now he loves you.
No, he
would tell
loves
you.
me, dude. He'd rat her out in a second.
He'd flip on her.
Oh,
in a
yeah.
heartbeat.
Yeah.
You'll have
rat-
to take him to get Asian hand jobs later for that.
That's gonna be a weird day.
For being gay, this is for not telling your mom anything. You're a good kid.
Yeah.
I remember my friend. I remember we were growing up. My friend goes, "Yeah, my father took me to this place, Episodes. It was like a famous whorehouse down by Pacific Street.
Episodes
called Episodes." And my friend's like, "Yeah,
that's a weird
I went to
name.
Episodes. We had heard about it, but we never went there. You know, and we're like, oh my god, we're like 17, 16. And then he goes, "Yeah, my father took me." And we're like, "What?" He goes, "My father took me to Episodes." We're like, "What? Really?" We were so jealous.
It's such a weird thing that that's. I mean, it's out there in the ether enough when people say that, like your dad taking you to a whorehouse.
Yeah.
It must happen.
It did happen, yeah.
But that's a crazy notion.
Well, I think.
Although my actual dad, when he came in for I think it was my high school graduation, he asked the girl who I lost my virginity to, who I was sort of seeing, if she's ever been with a father and son. That's weird. She was in her 20s, though.
Yeah. Weird is not the word.
Yeah, that's weird. Now he framed it like a joke.
That's even worse, because that means he's serious.
Well, that was and then when he came, I didn't see him for years and years, and then he popped up when my daughter was like 5, and he was coming into the city with me. I was doing shows one night,
right?
And he was coming to kind of hang out. He was in town, and we were dropping my ex-wife off to like some Latin dance club. She was going with a friend, and my dad kept saying like, "Oh," he goes, "You're gonna let her just go out like that?" And he's kind of being playful about it. And then he's making these jokes, and then we're like, "Oh yeah, no, it's fine. She'll be fine." And then he pops his head between us, and he goes, "You do have amazing breasts, by the way." Like, okay, all right. So weird.
I don't know if that's weird or the coolest thing I've ever.
Oh
Maybe.
my
That's
god,
fucking great, dude.
And you're like, oh, dang.
I think I'm gonna have to take Max to something, because he said yesterday to the coach, he goes, "Mom made me." I go, "Dude, I had a lot to do with making you."
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Your sperm." I was like, "Yeah, my sperm. My sperm came out of me," and he goes, "Went in Mom's asshole." I was like,
Like, son, that's not the way it works.
He goes, "Max, stop guessing."
Yeah, that's not the way it works.
Or you find out that's something Dawn's been teaching him. A man fires sperm into a woman's asshole.
Listen, your dad put it in my asshole, then you came out. Hey, Colin, did you really have sex
You're a
with my
turd
wife?
with a personality.
Did you really have
definitely
sex?
did, dude. He definitely. And Christine, probably, now that I'm thinking about it, fucked Joe several times.
How funny we saw them on a double date at Joe's place. Just in the window.
Like Joey Rose's?
Yeah, they were just frolicking, laughing, giggling.
Having sandwiches, like, I'm pointing to meat, like, this is right, Joe.
But they lean over and kiss, like a soft kiss at one point.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
Jesus H.
So your
Christ.
new show's out. I'm very excited. We should go see it. Like we should all go.
As a show, you guys should come.
Yeah, we should all go. You guys want to
It'd be
go
fun.
one night? Yeah.
I can tell already Jay's not going. I can tell you, just by the way, when you go, we should all go, and I look at Jay, and he had this look on his face like,
What days of the week do you do it?
Never mind, Jay.
No,
you know
tell
you're
me.
not going. Jay, stop being polite for the
You want to
air.
bet I'll go? I'll go.
You won't go.
I will go.
You're not going.
Yeah.
You
I'll
gonna go?
send Joe and Christine.
As soon as you said, he goes like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will go.
Joe, hey, let me ask you a question.
I'm going to make a scene when I go.
Do you want to get a pizza after the show?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Look how quick that was. You see
Where
how
you
quick
guys
that was?
gonna- where you guys going to go?
We're not getting a pizza.
What about, it's right up the block from John's, Joe's.
I can't get pizza. I can
there's
only eat
other
one
place.
slice. I can eat
Emmett's.
one bite.
Emmett's.
Emmett's. Who goes to fucking Emmett's?
It's going
I've never been
till March 30th?
March 30th.
March 30th
from March
through May
30th
6th.
through May 6th.
And it's
Oh.
extended. He actually went
You did
at
it
the first
already.
theater, and then they extended it at the new theater.
I like the fact that they put exclamation points after each of our dates to give it a little excitement.
Oh, yeah. So you know to say it when it goes.
Yeah.
Through May 6th. Son of a bitch. The Greenwich House Theater. It's I know DJ Lou and his girlfriend saw it.
Yeah, we loved it. Small talk was excellent.
Thanks.
Oh.
That's what you want. That word. You don't want good.
It
I
was
hate good.
phenomenal. It could have been phenomenal.
My girl sometimes says, "Oh, that set was nice."
I hate it. I hate it.
How do you feel about absurdly jealous Latino ladies? Because you could have one in your life.
Be great.
Yours.
If Lou said, "Hey, you look good, Colin."
Is that a good term? I'm calling your girlfriend absurdly jealous because she didn't want you to go to the AVN Awards with me because of what you were probably going to do there with all those porn chicks.
She considers just going is cheating.
You ready for that in your life?
Are you trying to say that makes her absurdly jealous?
No, I'm saying his
She's
girlfriend
like,
got absurdly jealous that he was going to go to the porn awards.
Yeah, that's normal.
Is it?
Yes.
What do you think? Lou's going to be getting his dick sucked every 5 steps?
Hey, I don't know what goes on up there. A lot of stuff.
What am I, a beauty?
That's what I'm saying. What is he, a beauty? Colin, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Colin.
Robert Kelly's going to be at Side Splitters, Tampa, March 9th through March 11th. After that, Salt Lake City, Saratoga Springs, Austin for the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. Tickets for that at robertkellylive.com.
And there's only tickets available for Thursday, Friday, Saturday late show. That's it.
And hell yeah, bigjcomedy.com for all my dates. Louisville, Rochester, Spokane, West Nyack. That's my fault. I should have started reading it already. Detroit. For tickets and all tour dates, go to bigjcomedy.com. Let's blame Christine. She didn't scroll it up fast enough.
No, the
So
problem
fucking
is you
awkward
said it with a shame spiral. Big J will be in Louisville, March 17th and 18th, St. Patrick's Day.
He's going to be in Rochester,
Spokane.
Spokane, West Nyack, and Detroit. He's coming to you. Big
A
tickets.
shame spiral.
Joyce said it,
I'm gonna be
Jay
in
said it like
Louisville.
this. He
Doesn't
goes,
matter.
I'll be in Louisville March 17th and 18th. It's like a low self-esteem Jay.
That's because the name of the towns he was reading are depressing. West Nyack, Detroit.
You're not supposed to do your own dates ever.
Rochester. He read it. Just shitty
Detroit.
Yeah.
You're gonna pump each other
I'm going to
up.
be in Sarasota Springs, Austin.
Thank you so much, Colin. Again, we love you
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
We'll catch you next week.
Love you.
Right here on
Bye.
the Bonfire.
It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Self-hatred's such a great motivator.
You think so?
Yeah, that's why when people complain about not being able to lose weight, or I see people who are obese eating potato chips, like,
Body
shut
positive.
up.
But they're body positive.
It annoys me because I know how hard it is. I hate not eating what I want to eat.
Yeah.
I fucking loathe it.
Right, when they're like, oh, I wish I wasn't this fat.
And stop eating that shit.
But they're so good.
Shut up.
Tastes
Stop
so
eating
good.
it.
Yeah. It's Jim and Sam. Jim and Sam. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern, channel 103. Or listen anytime with the SiriusXM app.
The Players' Championship is on SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio, Channel 92.
Here's a stroke for Rory McIlroy, tracking towards the cup, and it goes in. A fist pump for Rory. 15 under, heading to the par 3, 13.
Live coverage from the Stadium Course in TPC Sawgrass continues tomorrow at 11 Eastern.
I've always said I love this golf course. Probably one of the best rounds of my life, tee to green. It's nice to get it done.
The Players' Championship is on SiriusXM 92 and the SXM app. Free for most subscribers.
Let's face it, talking about life insurance is never easy. But after we watched a close friend lose her husband with no insurance, we decided that wasn't going to happen to our family.
Yeah, but shopping for life insurance can be almost as difficult as talking about it.
But then we heard about Ethos Life Insurance. They're a new kind of life insurance, built for people on a busy schedule who don't have time for unnecessary doctor's visits, fine print, or hidden fees. You know, who want to keep it simple.
I couldn't believe how easy it was. We answered a few basic questions, and within minutes, we had an estimate of what it would cost and what sort of policy made sense for us.
I never imagined life insurance could be so affordable.
And accessible.
The peace of mind knowing that our future is secure, it just removes a lot of the fear around getting older and...
Yeah, the unexpected.
I'm gled we talked about it.
I'm glad we went with ethoslife.com.
Go to ethoslife.com now for your free estimate. That's ETHOSlife.com. Ethoslife.com.
What do you mean he went searching for fresher powder? We have full classes today.
Instructor down at Vesper Ski School.
Toward each other to snowplow, honey, not away.
She needs more ski instructors to slalom through the day-to-day.
Pizza, fries. Whoa, Braley, no, pizza.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual Pie customer.
The other workers' comp insurance company, they were going to reclassify our business, and then they were going to charge me $50,000.
Meet Natalie, owner of the carpentry shop. Shocked by an unexpected bill, she knew it was time to switch her workers' comp provider. That's when she found Pie Insurance.
When we got the quote back from Pie, it was a sigh of relief. They put us in a policy where we fit.
Is your small business overpaying for workers' comp insurance? See how much you could save at saveonpie.com. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, Your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified.
I'm grateful that there's a company out there that's willing to insure us little guys because every dollar counts.
With Pi Insurance, you get pricing and coverage made for small businesses. What are you waiting for? Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote in 3 minutes at saveonpi.com. That's saveonpie.com.
Too many patients, unfortunately, have lost their lives by not having access to targeted cancer treatment. Most patients do not know all of their options. Invita's precision immunotherapy, genomics, and non-invasive surgery are working to protect and extend lives. I'm Dr. Dino Prado, and I personally welcome you to utilize our Precision Second Opinion and discover if Invita is right for you. Visit us at invita.com, ENVITA.com.
A Grammy-winning bop star gets her very own Sirius XM station.
Let's do this. Hi, it's Meghan Trainor. For a limited time, I'm taking over to bring you the Meghan Trainor channel exclusively on Sirius XM. This is all for you.
Now,
the Meghan Trainor channel.
Exclusively on Channel 14
Mwah.
And the SXM app.
This is crazy. It's my own channel.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Give online therapy a try at BetterHelp.com/crackle and get on your way to being your best self. Look, the holidays just